Okay, guys, here we go again. This is now the second part of that assignment, which is dealing with the um, zero exponent. Okay, so everything stays the same. We're gonna have negative exponents. We're gonna have products. We're gonna have quotients. But now we're gonna add in what happens when our variable now goes to zero. Your exponent goes to zero, not your variable. Okay, so products, we do the same thing, right? 2 times 4, when we have exponents and we are multiplying them, we add the exponents. Okay, this gives you y1 plus a negative 1. Okay, so we're going to start right off the bat. 2 times 4 is 8. X to the positive 1. Okay, I'll write it in there, don't need to. Y to the 1 plus a negative 1, y to the 0, which is just 8x. Okay, y to the 0 goes to 1. I don't need to write the 1 as an exponent, but yet there it is. Okay, so let's go to number 2. Now we're dividing. Okay, so 12 divided by 4, I'm not going to do that yet. We all know the answer to that. I'm going to subtract the exponents, u to the 2 minus 1, and v to the 1 minus 2. Okay? That's 3. That's u to the 1. That's v to the negative 1. Okay? V to the negative 1. So I'm going to change that now. Can't have a negative exponent when we're simplifying. I'm not going to write the u to the 1. I have to write v to the negative 1. Okay, I just can't write negative up there. So that would be the answer for number 2. Okay, can't leave a negative exponent. Got to move it to the denominator. If it's in the denominator, sorry, that's not going to be v to the negative 1 anymore, is it? It's just regular old v. That negative 1, or I could write it as v to the 1, but we don't need to change the negative to a positive by moving it to the denominator. We'll just leave it as that. 3u over v. Okay. Number 3, product, we add the exponent. A to the negative 2 plus 1. B to the 2 plus negative 3. That's A to the negative 1, B to the negative 1. Uh-oh, they're both negative. So that means they both get moved to the denominator, over 1 over AB. Okay? I don't need to write the ones up there, but if we have negative exponents, we change them to positive. Okay? This one, now, I forgot to write the bottom part of that. 8x squared y to the negative 4. So that's 4 divided by 8. We subtract the exponents. X negative 2 subtract 2. Y to the 2 subtract a negative 4. And remember, when we're subtracting a negative, we add the opposite. When we're subtracting, we'd be adding a negative 2. Okay? So that gives me 1/2 x to the negative 4, y to the, add the opposite, 2 plus 4, y to the 6th. Okay, now this number, this variable taken to the 6th power, y to the 6th, can stay on the top in the numerator. Okay, this one gets sent to the denominator. So you get 2, which was already down there, x to the 4th. Okay, so there's your answer for that one. Forgot to circle that one in case somebody gets confused. Okay, so here, 3 times 2. I'm going to change this one right now into the 0 power. What is that? That's just 1, right? So I get 3 times 2 times n times m squared. These they're not the same basis, so I can't combine them together. So I get 6. I like to write things in alphabetical order. M squared n, that is a proper way to write that problem. in alphabetical order. Okay, a lot of kids I had today turning it in as n times m squared. I'm not going to mark that as wrong. It is still correct, but I like to write it in alphabetical order. Okay, so this next problem, we're going to take the product, which means we're going to add the exponents. Okay, we'll start with n to the 2 plus a negative 2, y to the 3 plus a negative 3. Okay, that's negative 18, n to the 0 power, y to the 0 power. These both become 1, so negative 18 times 1 is, you guessed it, negative 18. How easy was that? Okay. Moving on to number 7. Okay. Let's rewrite 16 divided by 2. Subtract my exponents. U to the 3 minus 3. We know that's going to become 0 now. That's going to go away. V to the 6 minus 4. Okay. 16 divided by 2. 8. U to the 3 minus 3. I'm going to write it in there, but we'll change it here in a second. And V squared. Okay. 6 minus 4 is 2. Now, that answer now just goes to 8V squared. Okay. U to the 0, anything to 0 power becomes 1. Okay. 3 divided by 15. X to the 2. We're dividing, so we subtract the exponents. X to the 2 minus 3. Y to the 3 minus 3. That's 3/15. X to the negative 1, y to the 0. What do you do with the negative exponent? Put it in the denominator. What do you do with y to the 0 power? It becomes 1. So my answer to that problem now becomes 3 over 15x. There's the answer to all of those on video. Any questions, please get a hold of me on Google Chat. Okay? Or not chat, Google Hangouts. Okay? See you guys. Miss ya.